Okay, good morning. I saw a post on the Ninja Gaiden talking about a new runner. Wormwood is thinking about using a EverDrive and running on a console. It's time for me to update my EverDrive. It's not working right while I'm running Double Dragon, so I figured I'd do a quick tutorial. We'll get Wormwood running Ninja Gaiden. He can take my spot as I'm not going to be running it as of right now. Okay, guys, so right now I've got right here, I've just got my EverDrive. This is all of the stuff that I have on it now. I'm going to wipe it and then start from the beginning so Wormwood can see. The EverDrive Wormwood's not going to come with an SD card. You're going to need one. I think this is a tiny SD card. You don't need a big one. Actually, no, this is a gig. You can use a small SD card. There's not very much information on here, at least not much size-wise. So I'm going to take everything that's on here. I may just be able to reformat right from here. Let me just format it. Yes, wipe it. Yes, format anyways. I don't care. Clean it out. It's always good to format it before you... Okay, it is formatted. Close. Let's pull it back up again. Huh? Oh, there it is. Nice. Okay, so yeah, if you that was weird. That was because it was opened in a different one. So here it is. This is EverDrive. This is the D. This is my card. It has nothing on it. The only thing that you need on it. This is in my face. The only thing that you need on it is the files loaded from the website. So if you go to the website. It's Kritskizy or whatever, however they pronounce it. Go to the website and you're going to go to downloads. We want to find the EverDrive N8. I'm not using the new one. I'm just using not the Pro series, but the original series. You want to go to the operating system and then the newest one, which is right here. Hopefully you can see all that stuff. You're going to download this. Which is the newest version. You can see by the date that it's the newest version. And then you want to unzip that. So when you unzip that, it's going to give you a file by the name. Let me go ahead and pull up another one here, which is my that guy. Wherefore art thou you go? Oh, there we go. All right. Downloads. It's going to give you a file that is going to be this one. We're going to copy it and paste it in here, and you'll be able to see it. There it is. Bloop. It is EDFC. That's the operating system. It'll show you maps, saves, mappers, blah, 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 and then the operating system bin thing there. You're going to want this whole folder, and that's all that's going to be in that download. You download it, you extract it, you open the folder up, it'll have this folder in it. You're going to put it on your SD card. Done. Okay, so now that we have that on the SD card, I can take and pull the SD card out. And we're going to go ahead and put it in our EverDrive and put it in our NES and fire it up. Now you're going to be able to see initialize settings, reset to default. Perfect. That's just saying because it's all new stuff. And you're going to see this now. Now, we're going to change a couple settings and then we'll put a ROM on it. If you hit select, that's going to bring up this options menu. There's a couple things that I like to have different, but this is also going to be where it's going to allow you to change your save state and your load state key. For Ninja Gaiden, I find there's a certain one that works really well for me. The other thing that I do like to change is reset to game. I turn that on. That'll allow you to reset your EverDrive, and it won't go back to the EverDrive screen, but it'll reset it back to the game, and I'll show you a little bit of that later. But so basically, this is the same folder. It reads it the same way that your computer does, but we don't have any games here. I guess I should have put a game on it first. But we're also going to want to be able to see what's in the save file. There's nothing in there right now. Not sure why I didn't put a game on it first. Silly me. Put the folder back in the computer. Crazy tutorials. But there's the folder. Now I'm gonna grab I'm just gonna grab Ninja Gaiden. So I'll have it right here. This is the backup. Just the Ninja Gaiden game. So, and I'll show you how I organize things because I feel like it works pretty well. Here's the Ninja Gaiden game. Copy and paste. Boom. So now we have Ninja Gaiden NES. Now, I like to put things in folders, but let's organize this after we get our first save state file. So there, now we have a game. That was really dumb. I should have done that first. Just making you guys watch an extended tutorial for no reason. And now you can see the game there. If we click on this, we can either select and start the game or select the game only. The one reason because you need the EverDrive to load up what ROM file it's going to use. And that's what we do here. So boom. Now we've loaded up the ROM file. The EverDrive is loaded with Ninja Gaiden. If I press start on my controller, it'll start the game. Dun, 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 dun. So now the difference in what I reset that setting to reset to game. Now if I hit reset on my console, it's going to reset it to the game and not to the EverDrive screen. But if I hold reset for 1, 2, 3 and let go, now it'll reset to the EverDrive. This is good for when you're running the game. You can just reset and start over as opposed to reset, then hit start, something like that. So now let's set up the save buttons. So we're going to hit select, go to options. The B button continues with the options. The A button backs you out. So for the save state key, for Ninja Gaiden, I like to use, what you're going to do is you're going to click B to open up. Now it's going to tell you to push 2 buttons. I like to use the right input and then select. So I held right and hit select, and now it says R plus E. I don't know why those are the letters they use, but it's right and E must be select. Now, for loading save state, and this is personal preference, you can use whatever you want. I like to use down and select. Okay, so now that is what's going to load and save and load our save states. Go back, hit start, go back to the game. Now we have our buttons to load our save states. So now we'll start the game off. We do have audio. I'm not going to be able to hear what that's audio. So right now, this is where we normally start the game. And the reason why I like to use right and select is because I can run in middle of running. Why didn't it save the game? Middle of running. What? Or maybe it did and I didn't notice. Well, that's weird. I hope this update didn't just ruin. I did back up everything though, so that's smart. Right, I gotta hold a little bit longer. Options, save states, right and select, load state down and select. Oh, save states are off. Okay, may want to turn the save state ability on. My bad. Again, great tutorial. I hope you're having fun. Alright, so now while I'm running, I can hit select and boom. You see a little flash? That's the save state. So now, if I load it, I go back to where I was. You understand how save states work. I can just move and load. I can come up here. This guy hits me. Shit, want to start over. Load save state. Now, imagine that the EverDrive can only hold one save state in its save state RAM file. Now, this is the save state in its save state RAM file. It's important when you want to start doing multiple save states to understand this concept. Now we're going to reset back to reset back. Hold it a little longer. There we go. And if we go into this and go into the saves, there should be a file there. Maybe I need to look at it on the computer. Wow, this is different. Maybe the update has changed some things. Pop it into the computer. There we go. Boom, boom. There's no save file there? How is that possible? Maybe it is in with the... There's obviously a save state file. Dummy. That is super weird. Does it save in a different spot now? Is this the best tutorial you've ever seen in your life? I hope you've got 20 minutes. And I'm probably doing something simple. I mean, obviously there's the save state file. Let's save it right there. Now we've got a save state file. Frig off, guys. That's weird. So I feel like this is how I did it to start it last time. Whoopsie. And then in here under saves, there was a file. Why is there not a file? Is this not showing all file types? Also apply this to general items. What? Why is there not a save file there? Maybe there's something in the EverDrive settings that I need to turn back on that I forgot to turn on. Let's just look at it again. I'll cut this part out, maybe. Do we have to turn something on in cheats? No, that's just cheats. Device info, nothing. About, nothing. Options, file sorting, swap A and B, audio balance. We're allowing save states. We have save states. File sorting, I think I've always had on. Reset to games on, swap A and B. Ninja Gaiden. Let's... Sometimes it does stuff like that. You have to reset it. I didn't want to hit start. Wanted to grab the file. Ninja Gaiden. Select only, ROM info, nothing. So let's select and start. We should be able to load the save state. Boom, right there it is. That is super odd. So there's the save file. I don't know. I have save files, so I know what I can do to get around this, but it should have a, in here, under saves, there it is! Must be that it was because I was just starting the game and it wasn't starting and loading. I almost want to figure out why. You're not going to have this issue. When you go into the save file, there is going to be a save file in there. Okay. Wow, sorry about that. So now this is the file that the game is recognizing as its save RAM file. Now we want to copy that. The main reason why we want to know what that is because of the file size. Some games are different. I have to move this so you can actually see. Right there, file size is 32 kilobytes. They're huge, right? So that's the reason why we want to make sure that we're actually using the file save from the game. For almost every single game that I play, all of the file sizes are the same. And that's really the only difference. So let's copy this. And this will get into a little bit of the sorting that I use that I think works really well. So now if we go back here, let's actually create a folder and call it Ninja Gaiden, or just NG or Ninja Gaiden. So now we have a folder called Ninja Gaiden. Let's actually take the actual game and put it inside that folder. Now if we paste here, this is the save file. You can tell the difference. The save file is 32, but the actual game file is a little bit bigger. So that's the difference between the two. But because they're named the same, we have to change the name. And we actually want to use an SRM file for the save RAM files. So if we go back, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. Let's just say level 1, and then not .nes, but .srm. Might be unusable. It may be, but it will recognize that. I'm pretty sure that's the extension. Let me just check. Yes, SRM. So now we have level 1 save file. That is the save file. That's the level 1. We can put it in with Ninja Gaiden. So now when you open your Ninja Gaiden folder, you're going to have Ninja Gaiden and level 1 save. But let's say we want to save on level 2. So let's take level 1, And the file itself is nice because it's universal because the size is what matters. The .srm and the size. So let's copy that and paste it. It'll give us a copy of that. Let's say level2.srm. So now we have level 1 and we have level 2 and the Ninja Gaiden folder. But both of these save files are the same. And you'll be able to tell. Boop. This is the reason why I thought I would make a video, because it is not like super straightforward. But now when we load up our EverDrive, we'll have a Ninja Gaiden. It's gold because it's a save file, or it's a folder rather. We hit B, we'll open up the folder. There's level 1, there's level 2, and there's the game. This is why it does give you the option, if I click on Ninja Gaiden, to select only. Now I can select the game. The game itself is loaded, so now it's going to play Ninja Gaiden, not opposed to any other ROM you have on here. And now I can choose which save state I want to use. Right now we want to use level 1. So let's go level 1. And here is where it gets a bit tricky for some people. There is 2 options, file to RAM, and then RAM to file. The level 1 is the file. The RAM is is whatever is in that single RAM. So right now we know that in the single RAM is our level 1 save. But we're going to make sure if we go file, we know file is that save that we want, and we put it into that save RAM. Hit start, that's going to be what we get first. Let's actually get a correct level 1. There's the level 1 save. To get the correct level 1 save, we want to do it at the very beginning. So as soon as we start off, we're going to save it. All right, so now we have a new save file, which is right here. At the very beginning of level 1, we have a new save file. We're going to reset back to the beginning because this is what we want for level 1. This is the one that we want. So now we go to level 1, and we're going to take the one that we want, the RAM file, and record it to the file, which is the level 1. So file means where I have level 1, level 2. That's the file. The RAM, the SRAM, is only one thing, and that's what we just saved. So by taking the SRAM, we can record it to the level 1 file. Now, this is that new save. We can just take it. It's already there, but we can take file to RAM now. It doesn't matter. It's already there. And we'll get that. Now to save a multiple save, there it is. There's the save file. Let's go through the level. See if I remember how to play the game. It's not like it's been very long. Get out of here, stupid. Move. Moving on over. We're going to go to level 2. Yum bum bum bum. Bing. Boom. Right there. Right there. Boom. Ah, we didn't get a good boom. Jump and go. Again. Look at this. A tutorial on level 1. This is not how to do it. This is slow. Don't do it this way. Actually, you know what we could do? Right there. Boss fight. So now I saved it right when I walked in here. And that's why I like save stating with the right input, because for the most part, you move right. If you wanted to change it up for stages where you move left, you could. But now I have a save state at the very beginning of this boss fight. That is... One second here. And cut. So, sorry, I had to take that phone call. So now we have a save state at the boss. And I know this is just confusing as all get out. Hopefully you're getting what you need out of this. And maybe I should just start the whole thing over. But I figured this would be a good way to show the split up of the level. So what I want to do is I want to give another save in here, just to show you that your options are limitless. So we'll go level 1, boss. Boom. Done. You could have 40 different save files in there. It wouldn't matter. So right now, we have... loaded in the RAM, we have the boss fight, right? I just hit the save file to load whatever I had. So the RAM is holding the boss fight. So now we want to take the boss fight, right here, level 1 boss fight, take the RAM and load it to this file name. So SRAM to file. Now the boss fight is stored there. But let's say we wanted level 1. Let's go to level 1, take the file, which is level 1, and load it to our RAM file. So now level 1 is loaded there. Start the game up. If I hit the save file, we've got level 1. But let's go back to the boss, because we don't want to practice 1. We want to beat the boss and save state the 2. All right, so like that. Back here. So let's take the boss file and take file to RAM. Now we're taking the file and putting it to our RAM file. Load it up. Boom. Now there's the boss. We're going to spin and just zip the boss dead. Once the boss is done, we'll save it again. See, I can save as many times as I want because I'm not overwriting anything except for the RAM file. So now we're going to load into 2. We're going to hold right, hit select, boom. Now we have number 2 saved on the RAM file or the SRAM. The files don't change unless you want them to. So now we have level 2. Reset back to the beginning. You have to hold it for a certain period of time. Sometimes I don't hold it long enough. Stop it. There. Level 2. Now we want to take the SRAM we just saved and put it to the file name level 2. SRAM to file. Now we have a file that is holding a save state for level 1, for level 2, and the boss of level 1. Any one of these that I want to go to, I go to this screen. Now I want to go boss fight. I take the boss fight file and load it to my save RAM file. Save RAM location. Let's call it a location. Hit start to start the game. And then I can load the boss fight. Don't want boss fight, want to go to level 2. We'll go back to the beginning. I don't want boss fight, I want level 2. Take the file, level 2, load it into our save RAM location. Hit start, load the file, and boom, level 2. Continue to do this. My save state file, I had each level, different bosses, everything. If you copy and paste the save file, you can name it whatever you want. And then using this method of save stating, backing out, loading the save RAM to the file name, you'll have file names with all of the RAMs that you want. You can only choose one at a time. So with an EverDrive, you will have to reset out of it and then choose your save state that you want. The nice thing about an EverDrive is where I broke it up to, here's a perfect example, level 2, file the RAM, which was already there, but so now we know we're going to level 2. I wanted to practice the wall jumps in this game. So I took level 2, and the nice thing is I can save at any point. So boom, now I'll save. I can play, like maybe I wanted to practice this bat. Oh, I died? Nope, right here. Practice the bat. Oh, no, I died. Nope, I got to jump there. Nope, I jumped too late. Do it again. Jump there. Okay, now under the bat. That's right, that's what I wanted to do. Let's do it again. Jump there, under the bat, up here, slice him. I fall down, I slice him. Now I'm going to save it again. So, oh crap, start it again. There I am. Oh, I fell down. Start it again. You can modify your save state as much as you want, but it will never change the file. So now that I'm right here, I can work on quick jumps. This is not my Ninja Gaiden controller. That's why everything feels weird. Oh no, working on quick jumps. This isn't working out. You could save this as a quick jump save state, or after you're done practicing, all right, I'm done practicing the quick jumps. Now let's practice this jump to grab with the flippity dippity jump. Okay, we practice that a couple times. But in the end, it's like, let's do 2. Now I've practiced a lot. Let's do 2 all the way through. We did not modify any of these file names. So now I can take 2, load the file name back to the save RAM spot, start the game, and we will always have level 2 ready. I know that this is absurd and was not done very well. But this gives you a visual idea of the process. And if you have any questions, this will at least help you and get you a long ways into it. And from there, we can talk you through the rest. Welcome, new Ninja Gaiden runner, to EverDrives. All right. Bye.